Hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Captain Salute. Today, the matter, I don't know how to talk, but we will talk anyway. We'll have this, my guys in the studio will try and, disintegrate and, break it down on the low so that you get a perspective where we're trying to come from. You understand? Yeah. So this is a Captain Studio, like I said before. I got up this morning and then Charlie, I see from my Instagram page say some woman bid and say per the caption actually say that the woman they ban. I don't know say if it's really the case, but they say the woman they ban Pastor Evans, one of Pastor Evans in church, Grace Mountain, one of the church. Where he says from when I saw the video at first, I actually thought there was some acid, but then come to think of it, you go feel good acid and So then I realized, no, she threw some like it be some kerosene or petrol or something. How? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what would cause somebody to do that in the first place.
The church. The church. This is the church's fault.
No, like, who is this person?
The woman.
Why would I be a
See a member. How did she get access to it? Yeah. How is she in the church when there's no one there?
Well, so that means the first member actually.
Yes. Okay, member or staff.
Anyway,
that's what the title was. You have access to the church when there's no one else there. True. Right. I understand. Could be that Cydia washing your meaning son. I'm just thinking also loud. You look your meaning son, disappointment among his appointments, out of frustration, taking it to the church. I understand. And then we don't even know what exactly she was trying to bear. Because if she was just trying to bend the chest, it doesn't make any sense. It looks like there's something packed behind the chest and we want to fool or you do so.
I hold on, what they your friends say.
We don't know what
Of you only see.
we don't know what is it.
This is us getting.
I don't know if it's gonna
Let's go. You see, well, I mean, come to think of it, Sally will go far. You would even think about the value of whatever you could. What the value of what you be destroying. You just do it before you later realize that no, you didn't go see a there. So what could really work? I'm trying to challenge what, but before
Me, I've always thought that Ghana as a very religious, because Ghana, religious people in also.
right.
You understand? So she may have been a very devoted church member who has maybe, just like my guy was saying, definitely thinking out now, Abia, Bibia Unko, senior Norway, you understand, and led to this. It's very unfortunate. I'm not a follower of we Pastor Office or really daily, but definitely from even the 31st program at Kambu, he has
he has
a huge, yes, he has a very huge following, you understand? Yeah. So for someone to just get up and take an action like this, there's more to it than what you have already said.
As it stands, we don't even know what the issues be about. So yes, know some explain it.
Exactly.
Right, but thinking around it, I'm still trying to process this whole thing.
So
Let's just say, granted, that it could be that she prayed about something and probably she hasn't got any answers to a prayer or something. But how? I mean, Christianity has been there since the 80s. We've been part of it, we've prayed to God on several occasions, and and I'm Bible empire saying that you understand me? True. So we have people that really pray so much, and then we've heard testimonies of people who have prayed for like years before they got the answers. So what would make somebody pray for God? Well, maybe she's prayed for a very long time, but to say you burn the church, or you burning, you are trying to burn some part of a church or something. I'm trying to.
well, I feel like at some point, the religion goes out, logic sets in, because what bonka yache, we understand, but then
Offering pain of
yes, it can have some kong so see the one if I'm who's yes, you understand? At the end of the day, yes, but now the harvest by I tell more grammar is important. You understand? So we our see something. A lot of factors comes to play when it comes to issues like this.
Right.
And if you are talking about it, you have to be very careful because Ghana, the next day they will feel like you are attacking the church.
Yeah.
We understand.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you are addressing the issue. There's not. It doesn't have to be about anyone. It just, unfortunately, it has to do with the pastor and his church.
Yeah.
You understand? But then the member.
You win Grace Mount.
Yes. The member, she may have had their own problems or the other for some time. And she felt that, okay, my prayers hasn't been answered. So there be a man for sending testimony. There be a man for friend to testify that, oh, the Nyame only the own mushy. Meanwhile, so what's one some that man saying, we understand. So when it gets to a point like that, frustration alone sets in and she feels like, okay, you say, we understand. That is also a factor that you should also consider. You understand? Until say police Ababe family, they should at least try to understand where she's coming from.
Well, on that part, yes, that is not for us to say.
Go and understand where you are coming from. Please understands that. Let me try to try help us. That is our criminality.
The reason why police will even arrest you, first of all, is because of the criminal aspect of it, you know. So I think, and then they will leave it to the police to,
Yeah, they will show until the whole thing is fully explained.
exactly. We'll try and then look into that. But actually, it's a sad thing. I mean, I pray with, you know, Alpha or Perseverance for some. I mean, sometimes, you know. So when I saw that, I was a bit disturbed. I mean, because you know the kind of impression it gives the church. You know, somebody might not even follow through to get to the bottom of the story. You know what really caused it. They just based on the fact that somebody went to Ben, and like we're trying to, you know, find out what can really cause. The person could just sit back and be like, "Oh, this is I want," you know, they could just relate it that all those who come to testify, give testimony, could be lies. That's how come somebody has also tried and then
Like,
and then-
about this incident, people are already saying use this. People are already thinking like that.
Yes, but so this actually confirmed it. Now, the very exactly, you understand what I mean? I mean, you remember where the case between is it CY something that has to do with the Christ Embassy?
You hit pastor.
Yes, you know, look at how it was dealt with. People really forgot about the fact that this pastor has helped a lot of people and has done a lot of good things. You know, people are just focused on the negative aspect of it. So that's what I'm seeing now. I feel like people are just going to look at, not wait and then get the full story, but we're going to hold on to the negative part of it and then just spread negative news and all that. Well, I bet you by the close of today, right, you have people who will go online and start talking, will start just giving some sort of their own shared experience that might not even really make sense to what is happening, but just because this has happened, it sort of give them room to sort of come out and say something.
But that's just human for you.
Anyway,
Yes.
And actually, people are allowed to speculate however they want because from where I sit, I've never really been a very religious person, even though I strongly believe in God and all that. If me Serena the woman pay to be very okay, you understand? Yes. But for people who are strong followers of Jesus Christ or God, sorry, they don't joke with their side.
so you're not just to be clear, I'm not a strong follower of Jesus, right?
I'm a strong believer, not a follower. I feel like followers usually, more often than not, follow the leader of a church, not Christ.
No, hold it. Let me get it right.
Get it? Try.
You are not a subject for conversation, but I just will get that's right. Because when you say you are not a strong said believer, right?
This.
Who is a believer to talk of? In your opinion?
Okay, so a believer is basically someone who has had an encounter with their objects of worship and has a strong connection with them. You understand? Yes. So someone who goes to the shrine is a believer of the deity or whoever that's or called Serena or called libation.
Are you a believer of Jesus Christ?
Yes, I'm a believer of
Christ.
Christ. Yes.
Okay. Let's leave it here.
Yes.
I think it was
How about that? Very literally, what I mean in relation to this woman, that is me just thinking out loud, could be that she may have been a very strong believer of the church and its beliefs and its teachings, I understand. And she may have been disappointed because the Afanyami Intinian Amber to Rama at this point. That's how I feel currently, looking at the information that is previewed.
All right.
Yes, so that's
But in wrapping up, well, what would you say to people who sort of have prayed for years and they haven't gotten results? Should they result in what is happening? That is,
If keep praying, if you really believe, I don't think she's so.
they should keep. Yeah.
I also believe your breakthrough is going to come from any man of God. It's like come through, but not from.
Mm.
So people should be more trustful of the Lord, not of their servants. Because someone can be the servant, but you understand? That is where some people get it wrong. And I believe once we come to that realization, it will serve us good. Everyone else. That's what I believe. So I think everyone else can choose whatever they want.
Beat.
Like I was saying, you will pray, but don't pray and then expect. God is a magician. Trust that. I'm not mentioning a miracle working God. Like miracles happen to events. You understand? Until them now can't hear me say you are praying to God for a job when you haven't applied for it.
That's right.
You are not doing anything that you getting a job. Yeah. No, I expect this area. Don't happen. And still, so why you're praying, make sure your big is that work in line to answer your prayers. Okay. You understand? Okay.
I mean, come to think, I agree with you. You need to put in the action. But whilst you pray, I remember, and that takes me to the story. I attended a lighthouse. I remember that the then was Reverend, now he's a bishop. You know, Bishop Gazy, one lighthouse bishop, and he said something very interesting. Now it's been years ago. He once asked that anybody who wants to travel abroad, right, should get up and come to the platform. Almost the entire church when I didn't go. When I've never been in front of traveling abroad, so I didn't really attend. But what actually happened afterwards is the very intriguing part. He then said that anybody who has got a passport should go down this way. And it was about, I think, some few people, if I remember, now have passport. So I'm saying that how do you pray for something and you have not even prepared yourself?
Exactly.
So how is God going to answer you?
The better.
The better. You understand? I feel like sometimes put in the work.
Yes.
And I think we have this saying that also about one.
Yeah.
When you put in the work, God, the Bible says,
Which is factual.
I mean, I see like we both be in there, bro, and I feel like we would want to have a better job, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have that qualification that can take you to that better job that gives you that big financial breakthrough, how do you believe God, or how do you pray and hope that somebody with DSS qualification, why? Because then all of a sudden you're not the Ministry of Finance. You understand me? So I think it's more of action. We should try and make sure we are ready to receive whatever miracle we're praying for. True. You know, guys, this is where we'll keep you posted on when there are more updates to the story. We keep in touch on it. As you know, like, follow, share. We'll see you.